All right. Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for inviting us to be a part of your day today. Today is all about getting started with AI in teaching and learning. And I'm Dr. Jennifer Parker, and my teammate today is Dr. Mike Barber. He is the Assistant Director here in CTE, and I'm the Faculty Development Coordinator. Today, we're going to get started talking about ethics. We're going to help you think about building good prompts, and we're going to just kind of dip our toes in the water in artificial intelligence because you know it's true that everybody's talking about it. And so no matter where you are in your journey of understanding about AI, we're going to learn a few new things and we're going to talk a little bit about it. So with that said, we are going to be recording today's broadcast. We are going to be together for about an hour. We'll actually have you do a little bit of hands-on. So if you are comfortable in your seat with your laptop or whatever you're using as a device, we are going to challenge you today to go live on either a AI tool like Copilot or ChatGPT to try some of the things. This is going to be an interactive workshop. The other thing I'll say is we would encourage you to show your beautiful faces. We like to engage with heads that nod and smile at us. So if you're feeling sassy and you want to turn on your camera, we would really welcome that. The other thing I will mention is we have created a notes document, and this tiny URL right here will actually allow you to create your own copy. And I know Mike will throw that link in the chat box. This is going to bring you into a College of Med session link and guided notes. You're going to actually be prompted to make your own copy. This is going to have all of the links that you're going to need to follow along with us today. It'll have places for you to sign in for your miles. You can get a link to the PDF for the presentation today. There are links to the AI tools that we'll be using, as well as we're not going to make you try and type what's on our PowerPoint, but you can just copy and paste some of the prompts that we're going to use. So hopefully you'll find that valuable, and that'll be helpful to you. All right, so I'll give you just about a minute or so to create your own copy of that notes page, and I'll come back here so you can remember that is in the chat box. All righty. So I mentioned that I'm Jennifer, and I'm joined by Mike today. We are part of a larger team here in Center for Teaching Excellence that has been working on artificial intelligence and rolling it out to faculty and helping you to see the ways that you can use this and harness this power to use it in your own teaching and learning. The students are kind of dabbling with it, and our faculty around campus is dabbling. So we thought, hey, let's all dabble too. So you're going to see a lot of culminating things that we've done over the last few months with other faculty on campus. So what is this thing called generative AI? Well, they are advanced algorithms. And what they do is they learn patterns and they generate text, images, sounds, and videos. They can even generate code. And if you think about it, we're going to be starting to use these AI tools just like we've come to rely on things like Google or Google searches. We're going to be going into that search box and typing in a question and having it generate results. But it can do more than just Google. It can create text, images, sounds, videos, and code, and probably even more than that as it evolves. So one of the things that we asked you at the beginning here was, what do you think about students using AI? Now, as we get through this journey here, and Mike, if you could help me with the poll, that would be awesome. It looks like we've got student use of AI. What are your thoughts about it? Do you have students using it? What do you think? What do you think about students using AI?
It looks like we've got 21 people that have answered. Can everybody see the poll? Or do we need to relaunch it?
I don't see it relaunch.
Okay, let me see if I can launch it.
Well, let me just end the poll and we'll see here. It looks like we've got 55% are excited, 45% are not really sure about it, and we've got nobody that's not happy. So it looks like most of our folks here on the broadcast today were able to respond. 22 of our 27. Okay, so we're kind of maybe excited, not sure. Some of us are on the fence. That's kind of a good split. Well, let's talk about what you think about your comfort level. Mike, if you'd go ahead and launch that second poll.
Okay,
Let's see what you think about your level of comfort. Are you, you're not singing the praises yet. Maybe you're a karaoke singer, you're, want to be, or maybe you're just jamming it out. You are rocking it. You love it. Tell us what you think about your comfort level with using AI. Oh, some interesting results here. All right, looks like we've got 18 people who have jumped into that poll. Let's see if we can get a few more of you to really tell us what your comfort level is with AI. Okay, well, let's go ahead and share the results. And it looks like 38% of you haven't used it much. You're not singing yet, but we might get you to drink it today. Been playing with it. Karaoke singers in the house. 57% of you. Hats off to you. And we've got 5%. A couple of folks are actively using it. Rock stars. Well, let's hand the mic off to them and let them take the show. What do you think? And please be open, guys, as we're having a conversation here. If you want to jump in or share things in the chat, we would welcome that. All right. Well, that kind of gives us an idea of where you guys are at with your comfort level. We've got students using it on campus. We've got you that have varying levels of comfort. Let's see if we can dig in further so you can feel more comfortable with this. So there are several ways that we react to generative AI. There are a lot of folks, there's a pocket of people that are really negative against it. They feel that it's going to be the bane of our existence. We don't want to do it. It's going to open up a can of worms. They are very red light zone. The yellow folks are cautious. They're kind of considering it. They're waiting patiently to see what happens. But then the green lights are usually those first responders, the first in, they're excited about it. And we've got to respect that in all of our approaches to AI, even when you're working across your departments. People are going to be in different places, and we need to remember that we're all in this together, and we're going to give it a try. Because to be honest with you, AI is probably going to be the new Google. It's probably going to be your new go-to, a place where you find a lot of new ways to find information and be more productive. So there are a couple different AI models out there, or types of ways you could use artificial intelligence. You can use it to gather text or create text. You put in a prompt and it will generate an email for you, a report. It will give you some sample case study ideas. It'll give you test questions. So it will generate text. You could also put a prompt in and ask it to generate some images for you by describing, oh, I'd like a picture of a knight holding a ball of flame during King Arthur's court, or etc. And the last, kind of another one that's really emerging here is the creation of multimedia, audio, music, artistic interpretations, video. So those are really kind of the three big ideas that we're going to dig into. Today, we're going to hit the text pretty hard, but there are other ways to use AI. But today, we're just going to focus on the text models. The big players out there, or the big tools, and as you guys move through your understanding of AI, you're going to know that these are the big dudes. Okay, we got Copilot, which is UF approved. We've got ChatGPT, which is also UF approved. If you're a Google lover, you love Gemini, you probably are trying Gemini or Claude. Those are really the major players in the large language models, or the text creators out there in the AI universe.
and we
If you were
have,
go ahead.
I'm sorry, Jen. We have,
Yeah.
those are linked on our document today. If you are logged in and have access to this document, you can see that those 4 that we just mentioned are linked right there where you can go out and actually, click on those links and see where they are on the web. Sorry.
No, great. Thank you. Thank you. So when you're digging into trying to use AI for another purpose, such as creating images, like let's say you're whipping up a presentation and you want to have a maybe a diagram of the eyeball. You can have it do that. You can use one of these tools to tell it in the prompt to be very specific and explain what you want, and it will pop up an image. So those are 2 of the big ideas or big ways that you use AI generated tools. You'll notice here that we've listed tools that are UF approved and that you can use for generating either text or images. Copilot, ChatGPT, which runs DALL-E, Canva, and Adobe Firefly. So I'm going to throw it out here to you. Which of the 2 of these images, one of them was created by AI and one of them was not. One of them is an actual true picture by an artist or by a photographer. If I said the one with the car on the left that looks like Batman is question 1, and the city scene is example 2, which one do you think was created by AI? 1 or 2? Go ahead and hit me up in the chat box. 1 or 2? What's the split, Mike? How's the vote
Let's see.
going?
I was answering a question in the Q&A, but let me scroll through here. It looks like it's pretty evenly split. And someone said both even.
Well, that's a great guesses, everyone. But actually, the number 2, the city scene with the right down to the reflection of the buildings in the puddle, is AI generated. And there are a lot. So if you chose number 2, give yourself a round of applause. Snaps for 2. And thank you very much for participating. But you see the power of this. And this also is bringing into consideration some concerns by folks that do graphic design, photographers, etc., that do it as a career. What is this going to do for me? How is this going to impact my livelihood? So as we kind of consider artificial intelligence and what it's doing to our communities and to our viability and livelihoods, what are some things that we can do with it, and what are some ethical considerations? So today, we're going to dig into some things that you can do as a professor with simple AI text generation that are going to make your life a little bit easier and more productive. There are some simple tasks that you can ask ChatGPT to run for you or Copilot to run for you. You can ask it to help you with your syllabus, update a policy for you, take a look at, you can enter some information about important report that you have to make and see what it comes up with. You can ask it to generate a proposal. You can ask it to create scenarios for a lab you're doing or generate some case studies. So you've spent long hours probably trying to figure out, I want to dream up a case study or a scenario for my students because I want to use it in my lab or I want to use it in my teaching. This is going to change your world. It's going to make it a lot quicker. And it's not going to eliminate your role. It's just going to make it a little bit better. So we'll move into that. A couple of considerations when we think about AI is I'm still one of those girls that reads the newspaper every day. And I do get the newspaper every day. And one of the articles that I thought was really interesting in the Daily Sun about a week ago was talking about the AI showing promise for heart and stroke care. And I thought, well, that's, a lot of the sessions that Mike and I and our team do, they're asking for using AI for like AR headsets or VR goggles, or I want to do an interactive with my students. I want to do simulations. I want to have them be able to dissect the heart with wearing these goggles. And that is another form of artificial intelligence. And as you'll see, the American Heart Association is weighing in and says, hey, you know, to do emails and letters and reports and comments and stuff, it's cool. It helps us with productivity. But to get to the point where we're actually making decisions about patient care and a dissection, et cetera, there's a little bit of way to go. So the jury's still a little bit out with the research using AI tools to improve care and that delving into that. So we just thought we would throw that out there for your consideration as we're thinking about how we can use this technology. Another thing we want to throw in here is we understand that on campus and everywhere in the universe, talking about AI, they're concerned about how students are using it. But realize using ChatGPT is not going to pass your class. Okay, just because a student gets on an AI tool and types in the case notes or types in some questions, that's not going to give them an A in your class. It's going to be you that gives them the grade. And them using AI can help them give them information, but there are some critical evaluation steps. Not all AI generated results are accurate. And so there is going to fall on students the fact that they have to critically evaluate what they see. Is everything, when you Google something, is everything accurate? No. Same with AI. When you put it in AI, everything that comes up isn't always accurate. AI should be open, should be documented. If you use AI, you should be willing to say, hey, I used AI to generate part of this content, and be open and honest with that, and let your students, ask your students as part of your policy to be open that they use generative AI. And then lastly, there are AI detectors out there. There are lots of companies that say, oh, our tool, turn it in, will catch those students using AI. Well, we're just going to say that AI detectors are questionable at best. Every AI generated result is like a snowflake. They're all different. So you really need to use your best judgment when and walk cautiously if you're going to accuse somebody of using AI. And rather than that, encourage students just to be open and honest about it and tell you how they're using it. Before I turn it over to Mike, there are a couple last things that I want to be thinking about with you. There are some underpinnings here about any AI work that we do, any use of artificial intelligence. There is a thing called the 80-20 rule, which talks about the balance of using technology and using human innovation to come up with a product. There's also an encouraging a backstory where we think about no matter what our students use or what we use, when we go online, we need to be very critical about what we see online. And we also need to be very critical about what is generated by AI. So there are three real underpinnings here for the ethical and use conversation about AI. We provide you with a little bit more information about that 80-20 rule. No matter, you know your students and you are going to be out using online resources and AI to gather the information, but it'll be your 20% in your noggin that kind of puts it all together and creates this final product for 100% submission. As with anything, no matter where you are using online resources, always critically evaluate. There are tons of frameworks out there that tell you, hey, when you Google something and find an article, you better think about who created it and is it current? And so all these critical evaluation frameworks that we've been using since the 90s to evaluate what's online are still out there, and they help us kind of review not only what we see online, but also what we see with AI. And so from that, we've got a fluff test, which is a critical evaluation framework, which you guys are going to talk a little bit more about as you start working with your prompts. But if you frame it like this, whatever ChatGPT gives me, I need to look at it from a frame of, is the layout right? Is it long enough? Are they using weird words? Are they, is this a source that is not credible? I've never heard of this medical journal. Or maybe they're talking too glibly, like, this isn't how a doctor would speak to a patient in a case study. So using format, language usability, and fanfare, using this fluff test, which you'll learn a little bit more about, can help you critically evaluate whatever comes across your ChatGPT response. So with that said, it's kind of a little bit of a preamble. I'm going to turn it over to Mike, who is going to take us into some AI writing tools, and you're going to actually go hands-on.
Yeah, so I hope you're ready to play a little bit. We wanted this to be informational, but we also wanted to give you some hands-on opportunities to play with some of these writing tools and see what they can do. Because we found that hands-on time, just giving you time to get in and start playing with prompts is really important. And that's when maybe the light bulbs come on. So just recapping, here are some of the AI writing tools. I'm going to be demonstrating with Copilot. And so I'll show you how to sign into that and use that one in just a moment. But let's take just a minute to talk about how to craft a prompt, because crafting prompts is what you put into these AI tools determines the quality of what comes out of them. And so I'm sure many of you are used to using Google as a search engine. And when you put in information into Google, you know that if you aren't precise enough or you don't use the right words, then you come up with information that maybe you aren't looking for. And so you go back into the search bar and you type in other Google terms to try and narrow down what it is that you were really looking for. So just like Google is dependent upon your prompts or your questions that you put in to search, it's the same with AI. AI prompts are very similar. So you think the more specific that you are and the more precise you can be with what you're asking for, that's going to influence the quality of the output. So when you're thinking about writing a prompt to put in, these are some of the things that you should consider. Make sure that you understand what your topic is. Be as specific and descriptive as you can be, and then include things like who, what, where, when, why, and how. When I say who, you can actually tell the AI tool that you want it to produce results that could be understood by a 10th grader. You can have it play the role of a professor when it's debating with you. And so you can tell it who to represent or who, how to talk. Make sure to tell it what your topic is. Answer as many of these questions as make sense for your prompt, but we're just trying to emphasize being specific will help you. So here are some of the things that you can tell these AI tools. Act like a college professor. Tell it exactly what you need. You will tell it what to do. And Jen's really nice, and she always tells it, please, that you don't have to be as nice to the AI tool. I don't know if it has feelings or cares, but you can just be very direct with it. Avoid these things. Input the final result in a paragraph form, not a bulleted list, or you could ask it to put it in a bulleted list if that's what you wanted. Here's an example of what I want, and given an example, and you can iterate. So if it doesn't produce the thing that you were wanting, if it gave you a bulleted list, you can say, can you please put that in paragraph form, and hit enter again, and it will regenerate it into a paragraph form. So you can continue to play with it and give it prompts, and we're going to give you some examples and move into that. Jen created this tool that you can use to create a prompt, and a link for this is inside of our links and guided notes document. So
And I threw those also in the chat too.
Okay, Jen just put them in the chat, but if you want that create a prompt worksheet, this is the link that will take you to that. And we're going to play around with it to do a little task here. But
and I also had a question in the chat about the fluff test, which this goes with the fluff test, and both those links are right there. The whole fluff experience and the fluff protocol.
Okay.
Right there.
Thank you. So here you can answer these questions to guide your prompt that you're going to put in. You can fill in the who, what, where, when, why, and how. You can ask it to format it a specific way. You can talk about layout, usability, adding, creativity to it or not. Those are some of the things that you could specify with the fluff test, which is linked right here. And then down here at the bottom, from the information above, you can generate your prompt. So let's get ready to play around with this and actually, oh, Jen, do you want to talk just a second about this that happened when we were
Yeah, so guys, the reason we're going to spend a little time on prompts is because if you aren't specific in your prompt, ChatGPT or Copilot or Claude or Gemini are just going to be real general. Okay, you have to be very specific in your prompt. This is an example here of a session that we did with VetMed, and we were working with the doctors, and they asked the AI generative tool, ChatGPT, what would you do with a dog that presents with a rattlesnake bite? And ChatGPT generated a list of what the med students should do, or the vet med students should do, and it included a rattlesnake vaccine. Now, when the doctors looked at that response, they're like, that's like the biggest joke in vet med, because everybody knows that rattlesnake vaccine is just something that some guy is marketing. It's not scientifically proven or medically correct. And so what we did is we went back to ChatGPT and added to the prompt that only present peer-reviewed, scientifically proven research in your response. And it did change the playing field. So knowing that the folks on this broadcast are very scientific and medically driven, please include in your prompts that you want scientifically proven research or peer-reviewed journals or only scientific research.
Okay, yes. Thank you. I think that's so important to remember. And these AI tools can do what we call hallucinate. And so just like our minds, whenever we hear parts of information, we have holes or gaps in our understanding of something, then sometimes our minds will automatically start filling in those holes. It can cause us to have misconceptions. And so AI will start going out and combing the internet for information. And sometimes it won't be able to find information. And so it may present false things. So you do have to make sure you go through, like Jen is saying, and double check the information and make sure that the information is accurate and correct. So let's go to, we're going to practice doing some prompts here. And we thought it might be fun to kind of play around with an AI policy for your course. So you need to determine and be very clear with your students as to what your AI policy is going to be in your class, and be very specific with them. Students are coming to their professors and saying, well, I didn't know I couldn't use it. This is just a tool that I have at my disposal, and you never said we couldn't use it. And so we're finding that being very specific with students about how you approve or don't approve the use of AI in your course is important. So we're going to generate an AI policy for your course using Copilot. So I'm going to go to Copilot if you've never used it. And if you want to go ahead and navigate to Copilot, at the top of our links document here, it will give you the link to Copilot. So if you just click on that link, it will take you to this page, and we're going to actually get in here and start doing some playing now. So if you log in, you can see that I'm not signed in. So I'm going to go over to this sign in button, which is in the top right-hand side of my screen. And I'm going to click sign in. I'm going to sign in with my work or school sign-in information. And since I've signed in before using my UFL account, it's going to kind of walk through here. I'm going to the UF authentication. I'm going to get on my phone and I'm going to click on that dual notification and say, yes, I approve. And then it's going to officially sign me into Copilot using my UFID. Now, you'll see now that I've signed in, I have this little thing over here that says protected in the top right corner. So what that means is the information that I put into Copilot is going to be protected. So Copilots normally will use information that you put in to train the large language model, but this is saying it's not going to use that information to train that, and it's not going to save my information. So Copilot is the UF preferred and protected tool and so that's why I'm going to use it today. Anyway, this down here at the bottom where you see a new topic, I oftentimes will click that new topic button. It sort of resets. If you start putting a lot of prompts in, then Copilot may try to use previous prompts when you don't want it to. So this is like a reset button. And here where it says ask me anything is where we can actually put in our prompt. So I used the worksheet to come up with a prompt for my psychology class. So I teach psychology. And so I'm going to our links and guided notes document. And this is the prompt that I came up with using that worksheet for my psychology class. Notice how thick this is. This isn't normally like a Google search where I'm trying to be cryptic and only put in a few words. For using AI, you can put in a whole paragraph and be as specific as you want to be. So you can see that I've said students can use it for these things, they can't use it for that, but I'm asking for Copilot to just kind of generate that policy for me. So I'm going to cut and paste that prompt into Copilot, and then I'm just going to hit enter and watch it do its magic. So if you notice here, it's generating a response. It's using the information that I put in there. And so it's giving me all this information now that I could cut and paste into my syllabus, but I want to, like Jen mentioned, kind of do that 80-20 rule. I want to go through here and say, all right, did it give me a proper citation for the APA style? Because I asked it, I said my students would need to use the APA style, and this looks, yeah, that looks like it's accurate. I've done this before and it hasn't been accurate, but it looks like this is what you would actually put in for an APA style citation.
I've gone so far as to copy that into Google Scholar to see if it hits. I've also copied that into Google to make sure it hits. I've also copied that into our library databases to make sure it's hit. And as you're generating these results, as you guys go through, you'll see APA. I mean, we know APA, we know the American Medical Journal, we know some of these things are valid sources, but like Mike said, sometimes it hallucinates. So we want to spot check it.
Now notice that this is kind of long and it seems like, you know, I don't want a 800-page syllabus. So maybe I want this to be briefer and I want it to be in paragraph form. So I'm going to say, can you make that briefer and put it into a succinct paragraph? You guys get to see my bad typing and spelling skills. All right, I'm going to hit enter on that, and then I'm going to iterate with it a little bit. And so it's going to kind of turn it, boy, that made it too brief. So I think that doesn't include all of the information. It's too brief. So I'm going to ask it to try again. So the point is I can just have it continue to, and look, it apologized, and now it's throwing it back out into a bulleted list, but I can continue to go back and forth with it is my point. And so you can continue to iterate on something and have it, you know, recreate and regenerate things for you until you get to where it's something that you feel comfortable with. So we'd like to give you the opportunity if you want to copy and paste that in and kind of play with it, or if you want to change the information to say, you know, whatever your policy is for your syllabus. So you can kind of play with that. And in addition, on our links document, we have some examples of some syllabi AI policies that you can kind of peruse and look at. There are some that are very strict and say, do not use AI in my course at all. There are others that say it's permitted in these conditions. And then there are others that say, we're going to, use AI. And this is a very open course where I expect you to use it and cite it, but you can use it. So these 3 links can give you information about how to include it on a syllabus and gives you some clear examples. All right. What about if I want to, if we just did an example of kind of start from scratch writing, where we put a prompt in and had it generate an AI policy for our syllabi. But what if I wanted to revise some content, and so I'm going to demonstrate these, and then we're going to give you some playtime at the very end as well. But what if I wanted to revise some information? So here's my general psychology course description. And maybe I think, wow, this sounds very contractual. It sounds like lawyer speak. It sounds very impersonal and informal. And so maybe I want to warm my syllabus up where it sounds a little more conversational and it sounds less like, sterile or something. And so maybe I want to take this paragraph and I'm going to copy it out of my syllabus. I'm going to go to Copilot and I'm going to hit my little reset button. So it's going to give me a fresh start. So I'm clicking new topic and I'm going to say, warm up the language of this paragraph and make it sound more conversational, but professional, because I do want to keep a professional tone. And then I'm going to just hit paste, and I'm going to just paste that information in. So it's not generating new content. It's going to kind of revise this for me. I'm going to hit enter, and I'm going to let it kind of warm that paragraph up for me so it sounds less contractual. So welcome to general psychology. In this course, we notice that it's using like a more personal tone by using the we tone and saying, we're a team here and we're going to be exploring these things, the nitty-gritty details. These are the topics we'll discover, and don't worry, we'll tackle the methodological. So maybe I say, well, can you put that in second person? So it says you instead of we. So I'm going to say, put that paragraph in second person. And so then it'll kind of rewrite, and it's going to use, let's make it more personal. Here's what awaits you. And so you can see that it's kind of warming up that paragraph, and it's making it sound a little more approachable rather than, like lawyer speak. So I used this the other day. We had an email come in and someone was asking us to create a workshop for next week, and we have a lot going on next week. And I said, oh gosh, we really don't have time to come up with a full workshop, a 2-hour workshop on that topic. And we would need time to research. So I copied and pasted the email text and said, can you please build a response to this email for me? And I want to sound, like grateful that they reached out, but also let them know in a nice way that we don't have the time to do that. And so it gave me something then to react to and tweak, and then I could put that email in and send it, and it was a professionally written email. So think about ways that you can use it, not just in your class, but in your day-to-day work to try and help you. And again, you can tell it that it has a tone. I want this to sound professional but friendly, and it can help tweak language like that. Now, before we turn time over for you to play, I wanted to go over one last opportunity. And there is an AI prompt cookbook. So if you need help building your prompts, some of our friends over at CITT have come up with the AI prompt cookbook. And so if you go to our links and guided notes document, there's a link to the AI prompt cookbook. I'm going to click on that and open it up. This was built specifically for teaching and learning to help you all as instructors to be able to use some prompts. And so they came up with some sample prompts to help you create course goals, define specific modules, write your learning objectives, and then they have a whole section on actually facilitating a course. Here are some prompts that help you build icebreakers or build lesson plans or come up with active learning activities. And so we're actually going to use prompts that can help you to build some study aids for your practice. So a case study. So from the AI prompt cookbook, you could say, write an authentic case study about an individual scenario that allows the students to analyze, and then you can put in information. So I'm going to ask somebody to work with me and come up with a good prompt, and let's see if we can have it come up with a good case study that's a medical example. So I'm going to, again, we have some sample prompts here. I'm going to pull this one off of our links and guided notes document. And who wouldn't mind? I'm going to reset my Copilot here. I'm going to kind of paste that prompt, but I want you to fill it in with a case study that would make sense in a medical class. So would somebody mind volunteering? And then I'll kind of put in your information that you tell me to put in here, and we'll see what kind of case studies it comes up with. Somebody's going to save me.
Okay, Michael, I'll give it a try.
Okay, Heather, thank you.
All right.
A case study about what's a good medical case study that you would be interested in?
Sure. Well, we're kind of deep in it right now, but it's a really good teaching one, I think. And this would be a teenage girl with tibial stress fractures,
Okay.
cross-country runner.
And you tell me if I'm spelling something wrong.
Yeah. She's a cross-country runner.
I love how you're providing this detail.
And she presents to the clinic about decline in her performance and irregular menstrual cycles. And from the teaching perspective, I think what would be really good is how to instruct or teach a resident or a medical student how to develop a kind of a full history on this person and learn from it. What kind of presenting complaints would you expect? Medical history, should you look at those types of things? It's kind of a classic example. So I wanted to see if we could make a case study based on that for teaching purposes.
Okay, yeah. So a full history of the patient. And okay, and then was there something else that you said too?
Like relevant labs or investigative studies that you could put with that. What should you do to test for this?
Okay, let's say it that way. A full history of the patient and what they could do.
How about adding differential diagnosis?
Yes.
And differential diagnoses.
I actually was thinking diagnostic evaluation.
Okay.
Or physical exam, things like that.
Okay. All right, let's see what it does. It's actually given some
This is spot on.
yeah, of things that, so yeah, you guys are gonna give, Jen and I our honorary medical. So yeah,
Yeah,
here's some
yeah.
diagnostic evaluation things that they want to do.
Yep.
Incredible.
And yeah, follow up. So.
Yeah, this is spot on.
But now, let's see if we are, so this actually goes through and tells you what to do, but if we wanted these case studies to be something that students could actually have to evaluate,
Yep.
put this prompt in here, and we're just gonna say a case study about, what was the tibial, is that
Tibial, yeah.
fractures that allows readers to evaluate and diagnose the condition. And if we're real general, then let's see if it can kind of come up with I'm going to say asks readers to evaluate and diagnose the condition. I'm going to hit enter, and let's see if it'll kind of build out a little case study that won't give us all the answers, but kind of ask
Right.
me to do that. I should have hit reset on that because I think it's going to do about the same thing. So let me hit reset and do that. Anyway, you get the idea. Like, I just want the case study and I want it to, okay, I'm gonna hit reset. And then I'm gonna kind of put that in, and then let's see what it'll do for us here. Without actually going through and making the diagnosis and giving me all the answers. So here's the
Oh, there you go.
findings, and then it actually is giving you some information here. But let's say put that in paragraph. Oh, here's some questions for your readers. Here's some references. Boy, it went all out. But maybe I want it in a paragraph form. And so I do that, and then it's going to kind of actually write it out as a, well, no, it's not. We want to give you some playtime. And so, Jen, do you want to kind of explain the this last slide here and the document that you created to kind of give them playtime and give them opportunities to do one of these writing?
So what we're going to challenge you guys to do is we want you to spend the last 10 or so minutes actually playing with either ChatGPT or Copilot. I've been answering some of the questions. There are some great questions in the chat, so I want to have some time to answer those too. But we thought we'd give you time to either get into Copilot and have it warm up your syllabus, ask it to create an email or a letter, ask it to summarize a report or create a case study or a policy or a proposal. But we've given you the copy of the template for you to craft your prompt and then generate. You also have the link to the AI cookbook that you can take a look at. Grab a prompt out of the AI cookbook and put that into ChatGPT and see if that doesn't work. And Mike, would you go to the AI prompt cookbook for a second?
Yes, sorry. I forgot.
That's okay.
There.
And if you notice on the left-hand side, there's an outline there. And if you were looking to have it, create a lesson plan or prepare something, you come to that page and it gives you the AI prompt recipe, and you're just going to copy that prompt into Copilot or ChatGPT to see if it will, what it can generate. So we want to give you a little bit of playtime as well as leave the floor open for you guys to ask us questions. Mike, there is a question in the chat box. So go ahead and play, y'all, and we'll just keep talking. There was a question in the chat about entering HIPAA protected information, student information in these AI tools. And I did reply that CIT has been definitely adamant about including that in their presentations and part of all the trainings that we do, and that large language models absorb whatever you put into that user's account. They also put it out for the general population and all large language models. So the reason UF chose this particular version of Copilot is because it is protected. It stays with the user. And whereas The 365 Copilot, UF will not be embracing because that sucks everything the user puts into their account up into the overall large language model. So they are not approving that right now. So I did answer that question, Chad.
Okay, and feel free to ask your questions while people are playing. If you're running into a snag or you have questions, let us know.
Hey, Mike, Jennifer, how are you guys?
Good, how are you?
This is great. So I am I'm going to preface my questions and say I am an AI novice, but a mean karaoke singer.
Me, karaoke, I love it.
So I have a question. What's the can you compare and contrast Copilot versus ChatGPT versus Gemini? Like some of the pros and cons? Because all I know is ChatGPT.
Yeah, so Copilot actually uses ChatGPT on its background. So ChatGPT came out before it, but then Copilot actually uses ChatGPT for its to build responses. So it's using ChatGPT in the background. We mentioned Claude, and someone asked this in the questions. One thing that Claude can do that the other ones can't yet is that you can upload PDFs into Claude and it can summarize PDFs for you. You could upload a PDF and say, build some questions based on this PDF or study that you put in there. And so it will do that kind of thing for you. So you can actually upload big chunks of information. Right now, if you can see on on Copilot, you can only enter up to like 4,000 characters. So it does have a limitation as to what you can input. Claude seems to, one of the strengths of that is it has the opportunity for you to, put in bigger chunks of text for it to analyze or react to. Jen, I haven't used Gemini much. Do you know some of the strengths of Gemini that are specific there?
It's very similar to Copilot, but I would say that if you're not a Google user, I would stay away from Gemini. And especially with some of the private information that we use, I would stay with Copilot.
Notice on Copilot too, you do have, if you click on new topic, it says choose a conversation style. One of the things about Copilot is maybe you're wanting more creative output. And so you can kind of click on that button. I can share my screen and kind of show you what I'm talking about here. So let me go back to sharing my screen. So if you are starting new, if you click this little new topic button, you can see that there's the opportunity to make it more creative. So if I'm coming up with some of those scenarios, I might want it to be more creative, more balanced, is kind of in the middle, but you can also ask it to be more precise and say, give me like more precise information. I'm concerned about this being accurate and then the knowledge that's going into this to be precise. So this is kind of a tool that's unique to Copilot, where you have this opportunity to kind of tailor the output. So
I have a quick question. Hi, this is C from College of Medicine. Thank you both for doing this. When you mentioned there, if you can specifically ask for peer review research, have you found comparing those tools, is there one that's better? Is there one that has more accurate peer review references? Or what's the hallucination rate on that?
So it's funny that you asked that. We are going to get into the research tools next time when we see you guys.
Okay, great, thanks.
One example that I would share with you is if I like a tool called Perplexity for research. I also like Consensus and Jenny, Jenni. Those are some tools we're going to dig into next week. What you'll see is those in particular are looking to cite the research. So if I just go to Google and I tell it to show me peer-reviewed research on stroke victims, and I go to Perplexity and do the same thing, it will show me a better result in Perplexity than it does just going to Copilot or ChatGPT. Those research AI tools are more focused and more centered on peer-reviewed research for journal articles. And so that's why next time when we get together, we're going to kind of veer away from these big AI generators that just are large language models, and we're going to focus in on some research tools. How's everybody doing out there? We're going to look for 1 or 2 volunteers to share the journey here. Be brave. Tell us what you did during your playtime.
I'll go. So I teach research methods courses, and so I ask a lot of questions where I give scenarios and they have to identify the study design and those types of things. So I can, let me enter. So this is the prompt that I entered. I'll put in the chat.
Great.
And it was specifically, I want to make sure it doesn't say the word case control study because it's supposed to be a question that they identify. So it didn't quite get it. You'll see, but it was pretty close actually.
Oh, yeah, I really like how you're specific, like don't include
Yep.
this phrase. So it
Who,
looks like,
what, where, when, why, and how. Yeah.
yeah,
The format, the usability.
Yeah, so it still needs some refinement, but this is what it generated. So the background is really the question. So it still uses word case and controls. I'd have to delete that, but it's actually not terrible. It is a case control study, in a very general sense, but then I can put more specific things to my learners in there. And then it does the question afterwards. And I have to generate, a lot of these every year for different scenarios. And, I write questions for our resident review sessions before their exams that are all in this kind of paragraph type identification format. So this was helpful for
Well, it
study.
looks like you're going to be able to just leave early.
yeah, and,
Leave early
and
today.
Terry, yeah, you can tell it, give me 3 different cases and, use this one in class. I'm going to ask the students to do this one in a group, and then I'm going to put this one on the test. So yeah, tell it, can you give me 3 of this type? And then, yeah, it's instead of you burning that creative energy to come up with these sitting at your desk, then yeah, this could be a tool that could really help with that.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
that's a great.
And then I thanked it afterwards, and it said, "You're welcome," and gave a smiley face. So it was really appreciative of
Awesome.
work.
Awesome. See, being polite. It's a beautiful thing. All right, guys. Well, we're at 9 o'clock and we know that this is the end of our broadcast and your time is valuable. So we want to say thanks everybody for being on. We will see you, hopefully most of you next Thursday, same time, same place. And go out and make it a great day. And if you have any questions between now and then, feel free to shoot Mike or myself an email, and we would be happy to jump into a consult with you to talk more about what you learned today. Have a great
Jennifer and
day, y'all.
Michael, Jennifer and Michael, I just wanted to thank you from the College of Medicine. Oh my gosh, this is wonderful. And I feel very inspired, and you can change me from not sure to excited based on this 1 hour. So
Mission accomplished.
thank you. And we'll definitely see you next week.